off, have some DMC and think they're in a new dimension. Oh, I found life off. How are you, G? Nice chilled evening. I'm just getting hectic for me when I'm doing lives every day. I can do lives more now anyway. How are you, Jamie? You got found guilty, didn't you, that lot? I didn't know they had that option, mate. I thought it was just a straight end charge. If you get acquitted, you get acquitted. But there must have been an option of a manslaughter. So he got convicted on a manslaughter, not Kevin Weetman. So it all depends on now whether the judge deems him a threat to the public. Arson with intent, where people have died, is whoa, big. And it doesn't matter if you've done it. It does to them. It matters that you didn't intentionally set out to fatally take someone's life. It matters to the courts. To the family. Fuck his family. His family's full of rats and smackheads. To the grandparents' family, it's never ending for them. It's not justice. It'll ease them a little bit that something's being done, but it'll never end. Yeah, see, telling story. You've heard me speaking about Weetman for time, haven't you? No? Some years will have. Why? Because he was up my arse to begin with, and he switched, you know, for Cornet and Cashman and that. So he got chased a few times. There's a video somewhere of him, that Weetman, that'll go viral, that once he's being splashed all. He's had a little shout at the moment in the papers. Once he gets his sentence, he's getting a heavy sentence. Double figures, at least. He's getting 18 years, at least, with an extended license. That's if the judge doesn't deem him a threat to the public. And the way he was boasting in that courtroom, the way he dishes out violence when he, all that match, and his previous, I can't see that judge looking past him and saying you're getting L plates. I think the other two, because they're just smackheads, it was obvious to everyone in that courtroom, them two punters have been used and abused for years by him. Everyone knows hombre. You know what? Loads and loads of kids have been bullied on Breck Road off him for years, you know. He was what caused all the madness with Thomas Christian and Peak Performance and that. He's their bloodline. Oh, they don't want to be round him now, do they? A few years ago, they were protecting him from me and everything. It's mad, isn't it? I was talking to him normal for like a good 3 months, 4 months. What you've got round Everton, Kirkdale, Anfield and Walton is these people that love to imitate the red. There's only one red ever But you've got all these little ginger ninjas from round Liverpool that start imitating the red. So you had some kid from Crocky, little scrawny kid, smoked a pipe. Because he had red hair, he called himself the Red. But he also imitated how the red grafted, how the red was. Had punters, no one real round them, just punters really. What you see today with most organised crime groups in the city. Organised crime groups out the city. They're probably blazing but quietly out there with all the dough. In the city, it's just smackheads. Doesn't matter who they are. Just smackheads. They don't realise they're using addicts, even when they're using their mates. But some of them do. You know, some of them got independent on the weed when he was 14. He's now 19, been around him since. But that kid doesn't realise most of his day-to-day work, he's doing it for his weed or his fucking... So anyway, I spoke on it, didn't I? A couple of times. And then when he got arrested, I went, wow, there he is. On using fire on someone. But he's been like that for years. So I spoke on it. Not too much. I'm not on his case. I mentioned his case, but not no detail. But I mentioned where him and them folks and them little weasels tried to bear me flat down. I got on. And because there was similarities, even if there weren't similarities, just couldn't mention his name. Him and his family and his team have went into court to try and get the case thrown out on the back of what I'm saying on here. Now it's the same happened with that Cashman. The Cashman trial got halted. I got dragged into court, nearly got done for contempt and all this, nearly went to jail on the spot. Because that Cashman's team tried to use something I'd spoke about for years on. Tried to use it to get himself fucking acquitted. He tried to kill me, and then he reached out in his own little legal way to try and get me to get him out of his mess. Fucking little rat. Same with this Weetman. He was helping Cornet and Cashman do all mad things. To me, getting shitheads to spray all over Brecht Road and Pearlmere Road. So when you were seeing writing all over Anfield about Darren G, and it was spelt wrong, it was that daft little rodents. Yes, Claire. So I spoke on him for time, and spoke a few months ago. He gets roped into jail on this fucking mad charge, on an M charge. I get dragged into court. It was a madness, mate. To jump, otherwise I'm going to jail. You need to get to this court or the judge is going to get you arrested and placed in prison straight away. So, what for? Weetman. I went, you fucking messing, aren't you? No, for saying what you said on the internet can jeopardise a fair trial. You need to come and explain yourself to the judge. I volunteered, went, what? He wants, I'll come. I was lucky I got my universal credit. So I was able to just spend my money and go straight there, no worries, no set of panicking because I got no dough. Sweet ass. So now I'm in the fucking court, now we're getting questions. I've got him in the dock with his cold D's. I've got all the family of the deceased behind me and I didn't realise who they was. And then I just got his barrister coming at me. As soon as I've walked in the room, in the courtroom to speak, I'm going in now, I've got to explain myself. As soon as I walked in, him and the little rat, the bird, started giving me shit out the door. So I called him a rat. Shut up, you rat. Made me go to the thing. And his brief. Excuse me, Mr. G. As soon as the oath was wrote. Excuse me, Mr. G. What obscenities did you call my client? Well, what do you mean? You said something nasty to him. I said I never. I'm on it. And he's going, yeah, you did. I said, well, what did I say then? He went, you called my client a rat. I said, you said it. He went, I was saying it for you. Just slapped him on the neck with me legal jargon, didn't know what to do. I just got bombarded with questions off him and the judge. Hour and 20 minutes or so. Just getting bombarded like that, thinking I'm going to jail. He was going saying, I haven't punished you yet. Never said fuck all. The judge just said when I was going, and Mr. G, I haven't punished you yet. So yeah, alright, yeah. Bailed. That was me. That's why I haven't been on here basically, because I know every time I came on, his little rodents were coming in trying to get me to speak about him, Weetman, so they could go to court again. Fuck that, I haven't done nothing wrong. I know the line. The line that shouldn't be crossed, what becomes contemptuous for courts and shit. I never cross it, but I'm dead close all the time. And you know what? The amount of murderers and gangsters that have tried to use my content to get out of their trial, them judges have had enough of me, you know. They were quizzing me about choose a life, not a knife and shit. Huh? But you never know. I don't think the FO was in there that afternoon, because it was meant to go in the morning, but someone had jumped on the railway track. Fucking madness, mate. Then I went to get on a coach, sat there for an hour, and then it got cancelled. This just getting to the court. I'm like that, my anxiety's like that. Go on, Taz, cause murder in the police station. I fucking did. I'm not in the police station. You know, outside the court. I don't know why they were treating him like he was dangerous. They had the court, like court 3 and 4, sealed off, and you had a metal detector. You had to put your phones in some box. Every time you put your phones in them box, they can get most shit off your phone. What you've searched for and shit. Your numbers. So when I come out, I'm just like that at the copper. I was alright. It's always the same with the uniform. It's fucking weird with me. And well, it's not weird. It's like when I was a kid. It's what I've gone back to. So I'm alright for a minute, and then I see the uniform, and then I'm just like, bang, rah, on fucking like, and I can think to myself, Darren, shut up, you're gonna get nicked, because I'm just fucking the coppers like that. Because I'm alright with the moment, and then bang, something just, that's why I need to stay away from the feds and that. You know, when I go into prod shops, mate, I have episodes. It's mad. Anyway, they're up for sentence tomorrow, aren't they? They all got convicted for manslaughter and conspiracy to supply Class A drugs. And I reckon that judge is going to go concurrent. I can see him dishing a 16 for both manslaughters consecutively and concurrently the supplying charge. That's if he doesn't give milk plates. Yes, yeah. Another one bites the dust. Every one of them rats from Anfield, except every one of them rats that's come at me in Anfield, the lower level. You know the rodents, like this Weetman and that. No, just the shitheads, your cornets, your cashmans. These are knobheads. I know they're doing serious crimes. Well, they're not serious crimes. You know, they're doing horrendous crimes, aren't they? They're not serious, they're horrendous. Look at Cashman's crime, horrendous. Look at this fucking idiot's crime, horrendous. Cornet never got nipped for none of his M's. But even then, horrendous little fucking mistakes. They're not calculated. Big difference. There's not many like that in the city who are criminal. There's ex-military who are non-criminal that are like that. Calculated. You'll never get a drug dealer who hasn't done enough prison, who's calculated, ever. No drug deal is calculated. Yes, Andy. Look, out of a hundred drug dealers, 10 are not drug dealers, but they've had to tap into drug dealing, and they're the calculated ones. The other 90 are just fat blades, never done a day in a plod shop, never done a bit of remand, always use the kids off the streets to do the violence so no one robs them or tax the watches. 90 of them all dickheads, your Dean Dairy type of rat, your Willie Moore type of rat, you know, your little fat goblins, thinking they're running shit because they got a few crazy kids round them. That's what drug dealers like. Honest. And the majority of them calculated ones, they're already lifed up. Not many want to life off, mate. And that's every city, that. Not many certified kids. You've got kids who are doing things on a mad impromptu. You've got kids who will plot like they're going to do an M, but they'll do a robbery on a phone shop. You understand what I'm saying? So even then there's different levels of calculation. You know, you're calculated to do a phone shop, or you're calculated to kill a family. And that's the level of certification. And no one was screaming certified before I started screaming certified. Well, it was a dead and buried word. I done a few podcasts screaming certified. It's all went relevant for a bit. But no one explains the level of certification. Certified, what do you mean? You've got a body count. Means nothing like that. No, you're certified. You've done a move. You've done a few moves. Doesn't matter what the move is. But then the certification comes in, doesn't it? On what the move is.
This is what it looks like when you say yes.
Now, if you've burst in his door and done a leg shot, okay, you're certified. If you've gone in, done it ranto, you haven't done it, let's go and have a pipe, like a fucking cashman, went off your barney, kill a kid or something.
Click to say yes.
You know, you've done it cool, no drugs, like all these little shit houses. Cool, calculate, bang in there, take his knees off, gone. Certified. You knew what you were doing in and out, nothing. No one had a clue. Rumours are rumours, aren't they? But that certification there is like naughty him, like. You know, you might go in 3 years later, instead of taking the leg off, you're taking the head off, and then your certification goes up, doesn't it? And it's all levels at the end of the fucking day. You can put me wherever you fucking want. Put me on whatever level you want. I know where I am. I know how calculated I am. I know what I can do by myself. I don't need someone with me. Well, I do. Me little mate. Well, used to. But as I say, lad, you don't just go from here to here. You don't go from non-certified to fully. You know, you go through years. You know, before you've gone through that door with a bally on and done his knee, you were doing a bit of madness where you've had a few scrapes off the feds, remand, this, that, this. This is why you started getting calculated in your process. Down there, you were a soft cut, you are now dangerous and calculated. And the only reason you're dangerous is because you're calculated. All these dickheads aren't dangerous. Why? Because there's no calculation in the thinking. Nothing. You've got impulsive, and then you've got instrumental. And not instrumental like you're listening here. Impulsive is like Danny G. Instrumental is like Darren. One is on the spot in your face, shattered in your skull. One is taking abuse in his mind, thinking I'm going to get you in 7 days on your mum's doorstep. I'm walking away from the trouble. The impulsive one's going, come on then, putting himself at risk. Affray, public order offences, attempted murders, possibly a manslaughter because you've stoved his head in. All this mad shit kicks in when you can just let him have his fucking shouts. Desserts, best served cold. Big shout, isn't it? One of the best quotes you're going to hear off any fucking telly. And this goes for you kids that think you like this dickhead, this Weetman, running around selling your bits, letting your shots off, getting cars burned, picking on the locals. You've got to understand your enemy count. As you're going up, as you're going through your game, as you're going through your bullshit, the less enemies you got, the better. Look, if you're running around your city thinking you're a madman with your boys, and you go to Norris Green to some kid, you got a little pack of enemies, fighting pack of enemies. Why? Because you're thinking you're doing it for the reputation. You're doing it for the fear and the bullying and the ego. So you're letting people know what you're doing. So instead of just slipping in, bam, you go in there broadcasting, I got him, like a fucking helmet. 2 years down the line, you're dead. Why? Because you've had a bullet put in the back of your fucking skull. Who are they blaming? Like a dozen eggs there. Well, one are they going to pick? See, you're just dead and buried. If you've got no enemies, all of a sudden you'd have a confrontation. A year later you're dead. Confrontation, you're the only one who's had conflict with. Like this Weetman thing, like that little rat. You know, we tried to get a graph going in the St. Helens. Spotted a kid up there who's got his own little addiction, but he knows the punches. Give him a little fucking half ounce or whatever. The kid's fucked up, probably sniffed it or something, being scared to ring him and tell him. He's been trying to find him, couldn't find him. Got two smackheads to set the house on fire. Apparently, this is what I heard ages ago. Don't know how true it is. Hypothetical speaking now. Him and Frankie Christian OD'd the kid who they sent up there, you know, to get away with the murder. They battered him a few weeks before, bullying him to fuck. And then he's gone up there, set that on, and then a week later he's been found or overdosed in a bin after a bath.
When you switch to any of our broadband and TV.
But that's taking it and spinning a screwball down there. Only been little splatters in the papers because the papers are waiting for the sentence, which is tomorrow. You know, you've had a couple of grandparents, you've had an old woman, an old man, grandparents too. You should have seen the size of the family, the kids, the daughters, the siblings, fucking 20 strong in the court. You know what was doing my fucking head in? The way them rats had no empathy at all towards these people, you know. Laughing at the fact what has gone on and that in front of the daughters or the sons. Fucking horrible bastards, mate. It's always been an horrible little weird shit, that Weetman though, you know. Always. He's got off with some naughty stuff in, you know. He's done some horrendous shit in on that Fairley Road, and because of his cousins, he's managed to wriggle out of it. You know, the Christians and the Broads. Brian Broad. That's his fucking... I'm playing. Just the kid of him. And then Thomas Christian, the one who sat... So that Weetman has been in my kitchen and pissed his pants. I've told you, haven't I? So they've been bullying our kids, me and our little Billy. So I want to give you the full SP on it, but it's powerful content. Or more so that, you know, I watch the downfall of these pricks that's come at me. It's weird what's going on. So it's like, look, you know what it is? It's like, it's as if I'm being shown the choices are made. 218, 219, 220, 221, 222. When all these were coming at me, the fact I chose me life and not the knife, the fact I never ran out looking revenge, looking retaliation, going through doors, getting myself lifed off again. Do you understand what I'm saying? Took it, went through horrendous shit. I'm still damaged off it now. You know, because I never retaliated. The strength I used to stop myself going out and going AWOL in a mess, getting shot dead or lifed off, was massive, mate. But now, here we are, coming up to 10 years later, and I'm not lying to you. Everyone on that brick road who came at me, besides the older ones, who it's a little different kettle of fish with them dickheads. But all these little weird rats, they're all in jail. All gone to jail for mad stuff that I was warning about before they switched. I was warning them all before they all switched on me for that corner and that Cashman and all them. Like one big firm, innit, that shorty and all that. Yes, Lady Lynn. So the fuck now, aren't they? Fucked. See that Shaw fucking Zeus sort of thing? Zeus tried to get an appeal with a weasel who got off with it. The weasel tried to come in like he's all honest and shit.
£24 a month. Plus, paying up to £250.
It's alright when they're out here. This is what I'm saying, people. It's okay when you're out here thinking you're off your fucking Barney, thinking you're a gangster, caught up in this fast life, thinking you're gonna be a millionaire on the back of the street fucking graph phone. You're fucked in the face, mate, honestly. Literally though. Like someone's got you by the ears, just ramming you through your mouth.
And one, send off your customized invoice to the world.
That's the life you're living.
Try 0 free today.
And then you go on You get involved in this little madness because you've developed this fearsome reputation in your area, and no one can belittle you, and no one can dint you, and no one can fuck with you because you can't let that happen. You start thinking you've got the authority to take life. Literally, it's what you start thinking. I've got the authority to take life. And you start running around thinking you can take anyone's fucking life, and then get fucked off with your L plates. The ones that last don't last. So say you've got 3 or 4, say you've murdered 3 or 4 people, the system doesn't leave you alone. So you've got murders in the city that haven't been solved, but the murderers have been cased for years and years and years off the feds, to the point where they finally get them and give them a 20 or a 25 for something else. And then when they get out, because every 4 years their murders are cold cases, they just get persecuted. That's what it is, lad. Now all them are going to get out. Only them with natural life won't. All them lifeless that you've heard in the city of Liverpool getting lifed off, they will get out decades down the line, guaranteed. Unless they get murdered in prison or whatever. Unless they gain more offences whilst in prison, because prison, that's what it's like sometimes, prison. So when I'm going through my jail, it was a risk because I had a release date. I've got to protect my release date before anything fucking else, mate. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? So look, you know, when I'm on remand and all this, I'm getting told, expect a 35 rec to 40. So that would have been 35 years recommendation before release. That's what I was being told. So whilst I'm on remand for 3 years. So for them 3 years on remand, beating loads of charges. So whilst I'm on remand, I'm like, fuck it, just being me. And then all mad turn of events happen, snitches in trials and all this mad shit. And then he ended up getting a straight sentence under the old law, which was fantastic. Yes, Jamie. I was lucky, mate. Lucky me, you know. I could still be in there now. Yeah, so imagine I got a 35 rec, like that Willie Moore. We went to war, we went to jail. Craig lost his life, David Regan lost his life. I'm still here, out, free, telling the he's still in jail, got about a 10 left. Probably die before he gets out, the fat punter. He's not even fat, rotten now, isn't he? Smackhead. Been a smackhead for 40, 50 years, hasn't he? And this is what we was up against in the city of Liverpool. If we were up against people that were fucked with addictions, they would never have ever attacked me with children in the car. That's what Craig was, he was a kid. But because you're dealing with smackheads, and smackheads haven't got the moral compass, you know, the rough arse addicts, I'm not talking about people in recovery, they regain the morals and shit. And just like any kid who's in that gang life, you know, if you're still smoking crack and smack at 45, you're a crazy fucker. At that age, you're going into recovery most often because they realise they're fucked up since 20. Bang, they need to sort their heads out, and they go into recovery. When you see them doing major crime and they're fucked on the crack, they're just dangerous, unmoralistic, and they'll just kill anything because they've got no morals in them. And that's what happened with us. You know, we had 46-year-old smackheads who were millionaires off the drug trade. That's who tried to kill me. So I was 24 and they were 46. I was the young kid trying to tap in. They were the one who'd been there for decades, not letting me tap in. Anyway, I got through it, didn't I? That's the point I'm making. The point I'm making, when I look at all them fucking dickheads from my past, all of them still fucked. Doesn't matter if they've got dough, they don't move, just like me. But I'm free. You know, I don't sit in here like that out the windows. But all them are sat in their nice houses with cameras, a monitor in the kitchen, monitor in the bedroom, monitor on the big telly like that, little fatties all fucked. They go to the gym, but they'll do a 20-minute run and a few weights and fuck off, and that's it, they're finished. All old men and that, they're only in the 40s, the 50s, not like the 70s. Finished. I'm still here, all youthful. Thanks to the prison. But anyway, it's not about prison, is it? You're seeing loads of kids still going. It's fuck all you can do. You're seeing the suicide rate going through the roof. It's nothing you can do. The addictions, every kid that goes to prison establishes an addiction. Very hard. You need to be strong-willed not to. It's mad, because you'll have them kids going in there with L plates, being good. Mad, aren't they? They're crazy out here. And then go in there, and because they don't want to lose the telly, they're like little soldiers. Okay, sir. Trying to get like orderly jobs where they run round for the screws, all the fucking prison. You get your L plate, you get a 40, mate. You just go on a dominant spree, don't you? Bam. You don't rest, mate, do you? It's just murders all over the system. Yes, Melissa, Annalise. Imagine you get a 40, mate. What are you doing? You're going in to get a university fucking qualification. That's what they're all doing. Hey, if you go in and get fucking 30s and go, right, I want to become a historian. Study for 12 years. It's horrible in there, it's our ass on them. But you know what? For them men that have bludgeoned their fucking wives and sitting there thinking they're great because they can make a boat out of matchsticks, fucking leg it, dickheads. Sitting there thinking they've got a big talent because they've done a jewellery box thinking about the wife they've murdered. Fucking nonce. Jails are full of them. Honest, that's how half the clip by. I'll make you a jewellery box if you want. Fucking suspect. That's what it's like in there, mate. It's horrible. Honest to God, you've got to isolate yourself in prison. You don't know the fuck you're standing with, and you don't know the fuck you. Honest, it's nasty in there. It's weird because you can land on a wing and you'll have a group from Coventry, a group from Manchester, a group from Salford, a group from Birmingham, a group from Liverpool, a group from fucking, all on one wing. We're the boys from Liverpool, they're the boys from Salford, and we consider them the boys from Coventry. And you'll have one in there that you know from the system, but then there's two who are around them all the time. And you don't even know the fucking full-blown wrong ones. Listen, now, hindsight, the system's full of Asian suspects. I'm telling you, out of 10 Asians on your wing, 6 of them are wrong ones. You go onto a wing in whatever jail you're going in now, whatever jail you're in, or anywhere, doesn't matter where. If you've got 10 Asians on there, 6 of them are in for harming little girls. But they're telling you, got fraud offences, got ring and car offences, got drug dealing offences. This is what they all tell you. Jail's full of them now. And it always has been. But we've never been on what was going on outside. You know, us jail lads, us that are in and out the system all our lives. Not these fucking bellends go in for 5, think they fucking done a 30 rec, come out like they fucking I'm on about us lads that go in at 13 and we're in the system until we pop out the other fucking end, however we are. Loads don't make it, mate. Loads are still doing it. I need to calm down. But prison's fucked, mate. Prison's good for no one. Absolutely no one. Well, it is. It's good for the obvious. I mean, it's not good for your kids. It's not good for you lads. Use girls that are buzzing with your fella because he's coming in with a weed every night, or he's getting you nice things for Valentine's Day and all this. You can just get whipped. You should be discouraging that shit if you care and love for him. You don't give 2 fucks if you're letting him just crack on like that. You should be one of the obstacles that prevent him getting in trouble. That's what a woman's always been to a man. Hey, stop it, you're gonna get fucking hurt, or don't do this, you'll get in trouble, listen to me. That's what it's always been. That's always been the duty of the woman, to keep the man in line. Not in like a controlling way, in a... The woman's always got the maternal instinct, so she always likes to protect and keep safe. And that's what a woman brings to a man. There's loads of men not in jail now because of the type of woman they've landed with. And there's loads of men sat in jail now because of the type of woman they've landed with. And I don't mean the obvious, where the woman's made a complaint and put him in prison. I mean where they've just got a fucked up bird who's not really asked about life or whatever, and she's just let him go all over the gaff. And she's happy sucking a fucking length and visiting him in prison. And he's happy sitting in prison as long as he gets his visits. Knowing quite well the scabs on his bird's lips are not from fucking makeup. It's all fucked, innit? And then that lad who gets the decent bird, like Darren Till. Look at Darren Till. I'm not saying his bird, well his bird might be decent. This halpin bird, this tobacconist bird. But if you look at him, he's just been a complete fucking dickhead for years, hasn't he? All of a sudden, this bird's popped into his life. Until he batters everyone from fucking... goes on a mad one. It's gonna happen, isn't it? He's in that cycle of events, isn't he? Well, let's hope it doesn't happen, for the girl's sake, isn't it? Till low, what about? So we've talked the heads off yous. Shall I get off now? Anyway, let's keep it moving. What's the big beg talking about these days? What's he begging for? Has he had a new, he's done a lottery numbers again? Bringing his prison tricks out onto the streets. The fucking lucky ball. That's a prison, that's a wing. You do that on prison wings. He's got all his fucking group acting like prisoners. Is he begging? No. He's just a begging. Think about it. What's he doing? Give us money, give us money, give us money. And then what's he doing with it? Has he gone to Turkey or something, or is that an old video? You know why he's gone? If he's in Turkey now, he'll be giving you some bullshit mad thing why he's there. When in reality, you see his teeth. When he's had his teeth done time ago, because they've been done for time, what happens with them shit teeth? They start rotting and falling. They start falling. And the bone's fucked, so you can't. He's probably going to try and get it fixed, but you can't, it's just fucked now. It's a little beggar, isn't he? Has he got a new bed yet? How's Holly after losing the baby? Anyone know? Anyone consider Holly in all this? Well, I'm hearing rumours there was twins. Well, it's not rumours. It's a narrative he spun. That's not a rumour. When it comes from the horse's mouth, it's not a rumour. Do you understand what I'm saying to you people? So when if I sat here and state my girlfriend's had twins, it's not a rumour. It's fact, isn't it? So now when I turn round and go, my girlfriend's lost one of my twins, it's not rumour. It's fact, isn't it? So let's say he's not a lying fraudster who doesn't pull the heartstrings off anyone he can for money. Let's say he's telling the truth just this once. How's Holly? Has he even mentioned her? Or is it all my baby, my, Is it none? I'm worried about Holly and how she's taking it. I'm worried about my baby's mother and how all sis is handling it. I'm worried it might have been me and my bullshit that I've been doing in the last 6 months that might have brought this shit on for this woman. Not even considering it, is he? Hello, just a fucking horrible suspect, isn't he? I know what he is. I know what he is. I know what he's done. I know what he's capable of doing. And I don't mean big gangbanger, I'm at this. I mean picking on vulnerable boys and girls. And he's just doing the same right through his criminal career. He's always done them fraudulent crimes. He's never been involved in any major. Or he might have had a little graph phone where he's had a few been getting sent up the road by Ungie and that. He's been flicked up there to look after this graft, then being nicked. Just a little fucking helmet. But before all that, his graft is fake football kits, fake clothes, yeah, football kits, kids' books. I know he's always had a fetish about writing a children's book for some reason. Football tickets and concerts, all them sort of tickets, he does that. And his main one, what he loves doing all his life, fake money. It's his main one, fake money. And if you've got a site and all of a sudden you're getting this platform popping up that's all fake notes for sale, it's him stalking you. Honest to God. So use women who's had them sites following your news lads thinking, what the fuck's this selling fake dough? It's him. Just a little weird, begging, rough ass. I can't even call him a Scouser. He's not a Scouser, him. He's not a Scouser, him, nah. I don't reckon his ma was born in Liverpool. No way, mate. I don't care. You might have been born in Liverpool, lad, but your ma wasn't, so you're talking like a fucking wool. He doesn't talk like a proper Scouser, you know. He's got that, like, he's got that copper. You know when you hear a policeman, Merseyside police, and he's got this fucking mad twang on the end of his back and head fucking... That's what he's like. He's from Morton or something, that's Sam Walker. He's from Ainsdale or Formby or one of these little shitty towns. How are you, Divine? Anyway, I can't wait to flick me snot at him. That's what he's like. He's like a little dartboard, isn't he? I'm like that little fat dart player hitting the bullseye every time. Bam! Right through his horse teeth, hitting his tonsil. The bullseye. Bam! He's got teeth like a horse. You remember Ed the horse? And he's doing... That's what Ed the horse used to do, innit? And if you look at fucking Sam Walker, the begging rat's mouth when he speaks, it's like there's like half his fucking mouth hanging out like a horse gob, innit? It's like his teeth are there. That's what he's like. It's exactly what he's like, innit? Do you reckon he sits there on two blows like this with a bifter held in the mouth by the teeth? All smoke in his face and that. Defo. He's just like a little wobbly fucking... You can just imagine him sat... I can't... What was Holly doing sleeping with that? Must have been the coke. That coke can have some half-fit birds doing some mad shit. That coke can have a lad losing his fart strings. It can make a bird suck the farts out of a man's ass. That's what coke can do. The only reason Holly's been in the fucking nest with that fucking crow was the coke. Not a shadow of a doubt. I'd fucking plate her. Not after him. No way. You know where he's been? Fuck that. Before she met him, I would have plated her. Like pie and gravy. Swapping the lot. Holly, mate. Oh. She's got them tenacious little looks, and she's got like a little butty look. You know, like a little moon face. You know, like them vegetable things that you buy fried and got the smiley faces, little round things. That's what she's like. She's like she's got some sort of mixed race going on in there. I'd strip her down like a cheese baguette and bang some brown sauce on it. Well, nice. Yeah? Ever had a cheese baguette without brown sauce? It's like you're plating the Stalkers' mother. Dry. I know the age. But just put me in 55s or something, 55 years of age or something. Put me there. So there's no like dodginess there, you know what I mean? How are you, Connor? You alright, my guy? You coming in to see Darren? Oh, Darren hasn't been on live for a while, has he, lad? Hey. All them thinking he done me. He got him off his lad. Thought he had a restriction then, but I haven't. Put me shorts down a little bit, too much thigh work going on. Oh, hey. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. And another one, and another one, and another one bites the dust. Yes, yes, keep it real always, people. You know the dance. How are you, CFAS? Channel 93. Wings of Love, Duff. Where's that towel gone? I can't put my arm on this. Have you heard this fucking chair? It's doing my head in. Every time I move. Click, clack, paddy, whack, give a dog a bone. Knick, knack, paddy, whack, give a dog a bone. I've converted, and I've got a new thing called a G-Hab. You can get them for $3.99 on Bristol Road. You go in, you ask for a G-Hab Star 5, and you'll get it for $2.99. Yeah, it's making me feel like a ninja. Better take that off. Doing backflips in a minute, I'll leave that on. Fucking hell. If I would have left that on, then I would have started doing fucking backflips. Somersaults off the sink. You know the situation. Into me knickers. Put me wig on. Go out with Sean Atwood and Billy Moore. Little transvestite. You know, smoke cigars like Andrew Tate. They're all fucking helmets, aren't they? You know these dickheads, right? Doesn't matter who it is. Doesn't matter what car they've got. If they're on the telly, if they're in the Betty, if they're in the restaurant, the booze are in your ma's fucking kitchen. If they're sat there like this, slap the fucking neck off them. Dead hard. And send them somewhere fucking else. Irritating pieces of shit. That's what they are, aren't they? Let's have it right. The minute you see a dickhead like this, what do you think? I just think, Andrew Tate, you baldy, slap-headed fart. You've got all dickheads impersonating you like you're something fucking special. You've got all helmets running round smoking cigars as if they're fucking gangsters. You fucking knobhead. And that's what you should think of all these dickheads. You've got little helmet scousers sitting there like that. Yeah, well, you know, let me pull the fucking wig off you and your shithead beard. Bang! Let me yank the fucking cheeks off you, puff. You fucking gang of helmets, all of them. News reporters, telly fucking podcasters. All a gang of fucking dickheads. Every single fucking one of them. You know that is the equivalent of all them dickheads from down there somewhere that started wearing pyramid rings Because they were part of the Dougie Joyce fam. Dougie Joyce had all his little suckers wearing these pyramid rings. You see them for like a little 12 months, 18 months. Every little knobhead he got under his wing, you'd see him with a pyramid ring on with him like, shut up you fucking blurt. You fuck all without your steroids. Look at you now, you little pie. Oh, batting you. Go on the steroids, you weren't round like that. What is it with these birds called Holly? Fucking Holly. Seen a little blonde thing he was playing? I'd play it. I'd play the piano on the fart strings, play the drums on the nipples, you know the shout lads, throttle a fucking tonsil. Tidy little thing, but a bit too over the top with the makeup and that, isn't she? Imagine her sweating, probably wearing sweating with him. Pump squirt. Probably hasn't been fucked properly all her life, that little thing. Has she? She's got kids, but just because she's got kids means doesn't she hadn't dealt with properly. I see loads of birds who's got kids and that, but you just know that fat pleb has not shown you anything. Nothing. Pump squirt, give you a kid, you think that's fucking sex. Get here! You're still a virgin in my book. I don't give a fuck if you've had 3 kids, you've been married to a fat pleb. Get here, sweet cheeks, you're still tight in my books. Innit, fellas? He's fucking nowhere. When you see that fitty with that fatty, you just think, he must have dough. It's the first thing you come to your mind. What the fuck is that doing with fucking that? He must have dough. He hasn't got the looks, he hasn't got the body, he hasn't got the personality, he hasn't got the character. The car fucking tits. And a car. It's defo the dough. Yes, Kelly, I'm at. Dogs and vet humans. You know it is, lads. Keep it real. How are you, Millie? You good? Fucking guts came on the other day. Done a 20-hour fucking live feed. Fuck my routine up. But it's good. Oh, it's keeping me young, people. It's keeping me young. Yes, see, Faz. I'm Sam, mate. Leah La, Third Eye Reacts, Wings of Love Dove. Anne-Marie, Kelly Emmett, Charlie La, you good? Paddy the Paddy, Mr. B. Oh, the Ukraine and Russia talks didn't go any further. Spray to car. What about that young kid? Lost his life on a pedal, on a rip speed. That's what they are, aren't they? Rip speeds. Them bikes with lecky battery packs on them. But it's a fucking loss, and he looked like a decent kid. I've seen posts about him everywhere. And most kids are doing whatever they're doing. Doesn't mean they're not decent. It's the area they're raised in, it's the way they're brought up, and that's the way whatever they're doing. The way they normally cover their asses on this shit, the feds, is they found drugs on the person or something like this. This is where they never normally cover it. But that's down the line. You know, whatever happened, you've had a young lad, again, in the city, on a bike that goes fast, who's lost his life. A lot of lads are bombing around the city on these electric bikes that can go faster than a 250 fucking KX. So you can get an electric bike that you can't hear, you can't see, and it can be on you in a fucking second without you knowing it. and they haven't got lids on. Now, years ago, we were on fucking motocross bikes with power bands. So if you're in a car flying down there or something, you're there, rah, 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 you'd see it. These, you don't even hear it. And they're not wearing lids. It's just like coming off a CR80 or a fucking KX250 or a KTM 450. You know, if you're anything over 50 miles an hour, doesn't matter what it is. Any two wheels going over 50 miles an hour without a lid on collides with absolutely anything. It's touch and go for you. So put a lid on. This one, it's different. Why? Because there's police involved. And because I've been going for years and years, I can remember certain incidents with police involved to do with bikes where people have died. And years ago, you had Carl Broad, Weetmans' uncle, and Anthony Baker, another name. They were on a power bike, an R1, or a CBR, I think it was an R1 to be 100, or a CBR 600. And they're in town, and they've gone to pick half a kilo of something up. And they've got, allegedly, and then they've got this on the bike, and they're coming past the Adelphi Hotel. An army sponsor picked them up, started chasing them through the town, clipped them behind, stuck with it, and pushed them under a bus. Killed a pair of them. And I think that's why the Bakers always got away with murder. Always got away with murder, the Bakers. Still do. I know it's mad, that, innit? The way, what's he mean by that? So look, when the Busies have done that to his brother, Anthony, and pushed him under there, there could have been serious charges brought against the feds there. Serious. Why, they were banned to rights. There's only one reason he wasn't. And then it's like them Bakers just got left alone. Do what you want. And when they did get nicked, so if you think about the Dar, Silver, who I used to get my scab off, he was the only one that'd give it us. So I used to get my scab off Silver, which was Tommy Baker Senior, 10-10 scab. Ask anyone, they're the best. But when he's been nicked, years later, and they've gone through a flat on Brecht Road, and they've got him with something like £290,000 cash, 3 firearms with silencers on, scales, about 3 kilos of cocaine, and about 5 kilos or 10 kilos of fucking heroin. And he got a 12. And the amount of fucking stuff they've been doing in the city for him and his sons, not him, his sons really. He was next level, Thomas Senior, and then his sons were just like, brought loads of shit to the Dar's door basically. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't know, got 12.5 years for that. God bless him, like he died in custody, I think. Died of cancer in custody. But look what drugs have done to that family. Look what drug dealers, and look at the families. Yeah, they might have the wealth, they might have some nice car, but look at them destroyed. In different continents and all that, drug dealing families, they still act like crime families. Drug dealing families still act like a mafia type setup. 60 members of the family all connected, all. Do you understand what I'm saying? In the UK, it's not like that. Because because the UK's been obliterated. I think the UK was the test case to destroy the nuclear family. So the UK, we think, how come that black kid's got fucking 6 kids to that woman? It's what they wanted us like. So when you've got that black lad there who's had a kid to her, kid to her, kid to her, kid to her, it's the way they wanted us. When you've got that white lad down there that's had a kid to her, a kid to her, a kid to her, and a kid to her, it's the way they've got us, the way they wanted us. When you go out of here, when you go to other places, it's all nuclear. You know, it's all family orientated. But the white communities and black communities have been deliberately in this country over 40 years destroyed in that way. I can remember and see the deterioration, and you can't blame drugs for that. Drugs did help, and alcohol helped massively. Why? Because as soon as the drinking kicked into the house, there was violence in the house. And you know how it starts, don't you? When you're with a group of yous and 2 of them are pissed and they're being fucking irritate the shit out of you. You can imagine that dynamic on a one-to-one, can't you? Imagine you being in a house with someone that's pissed, trying to do what the fuck they want to you. Because back in the day, you get a man pissed, it was like a man's horny when he's drunk. So when they got home, it'll be like, mum's not drunk, dad is drunk. Whether you like it or not. So straight away, it's next level. It's just horrible what they've done to our communities, mate. Deliberate as a test case. Who the fuck are they to call us European? Because that's what they've done. And we've let it happen. And we're continuing it to let it happen now. They're knocking everything that's important down in all the cities in this country and replacing it with European shit buildings, European shit materials, European shit trams, European shit tram bus stops, train stations. Everything public transport is European invested and European regenerated, and most of the funding going into all these public transports is to cater for the influx of European tourists. Nothing to do with the homegrown English, homegrown Welsh, Scottish and Irish. When you hear this dickhead Starmer screaming, we're investing 16 billion into Wales public transport and train stations, they're telling you we're about to flood Wales with immigrants. That's why we're regenerating the public transport, so we can accommodate more immigrants. You don't need more trains for the Welsh. You don't need more hospitals for the Welsh. You don't need more schools for the Welsh. You need all this shit because the population booming with immigrants, not with Welsh. And that's the same in England, Scotland and Ireland. You don't need more hospitals in Ireland. You don't need more anything in Ireland. The only reason you're building all this shit in Ireland is to accommodate for the immigrants. Why? Because they're making us fucking European. What's the colour of European? Mixed race. That's why they're trying to fuck the white race up. How? Promoting our girls like right round the fucking world and then inviting men to come in and do what the fuck they want with them. How have they been promoting our girls like this? Look at the fucking thrash they've been throwing across the telly. Look at the thrash they've been putting in your magazines. Look at the state of them. Look at the girls that have been iconic to your daughters from the 80s and 90s, and look the way your fucking daughters ended up. They've done it on purpose. So now what have you got? You've got a complete dilution of the white race. And I'm not being racist. This is me being factual and telling you how it is. They're making us European. It's been in the process since the 80s. White doesn't exist in the European fucking way. They want us all mixed race. Every coloured race out there has been coming into our pool of white women and impregnating them for the last 40 years. That's the only way they can have mixed race people. White and colour mixed. They can't do it any other way. Yeah, you can have mixed blood type. I'm Irish, Scouser, born in England. I'm mixed race. Why, I come from Irish blood and Scottish blood. That's my two bloodlines, Scottish and Irish. So I'm mixed race, but not in colour. And we're not the image. And anywhere that's heavily populated with Caucasian people like myself, you can see, like Ireland, Ireland's the breeding spot of the Caucasian people, and the whole of the fucking wetness atmosphere was saturated with Caucasian people from Ireland. Majority of the white people are Irish blood. Majority of people with blue eyes, Irish blood. That's how it is. But they want us mixed race, European face. That's what it is. So now you can see black men impregnating white women. You can see Pakistani men impregnating white women. You can see Chinese men impregnating white women. You don't see white men en masse impregnating black women. You don't see white men en masse impregnating Pakistani women. So what's going to happen eventually when you've got a couple of million men getting shipped into your country